Dinky-Doo with Hearties, a very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and we are, of course, live on the big one Saturday night, 9 o'clock sharp. Nothing gets past me. Lots to talk about tonight, and so little time to do it in. So lovely to have you with us. This is just marvelous, I tell you. Now then, who have we got here? Hurry up, Scottie, says Numpty Heed. Numpty Heed, we were early tonight, as always, so less of the cheek. I say, Crazy Jack says hi. Hi, Crazy Jack, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us, and welcome, 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 I say. Now, who have we got here? Evening, everybody. Ryan's joined us. It's nice to be nice, says Ian. Absolutely, Ian. Jimmy, Dinky-Doo, Scotty. Your team are struggling in Paisley. Don't worry, they'll get there. You worry too much. I can tell you. Carbolic's just joined us. He's always around, fantastic. And S7 or S57, Crazy Jack is with us as well. We like that, I can tell you. Now then, 724, wonderful. John Dinky-Doo, thank you for liking the live. Crazy Jack, don't spam us or we'll have to dump you. So there you are. So just one. We've got you now. We've said hi, and you've given us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 highs. So no spamming. Now we have to stop that right away. Otherwise, it's a lifetime ban. And you don't want that again, I tell you. Thank you for my beautiful red roses. Guys, I popped up earlier today, and the kindness was just absolutely phenomenal. I tell you, hello, Scotty. Hello, Kareem. I love to have you with us. Janet says hello to all. So there we are. Fantastic. SS, thank you for liking the live. That is brilliant. And who have we got? Boss number 67. Dinky-Doo, boss number 67. I say to you, celebrity Big Brother next year, Scotty. Oh, I think so. Well, the radio news will be amazing. About 2 weeks' time, guys. Scotty, do you like a mention? We do like a mention. Scotty, you're going to North America next summer. Yes, but I think we're going to dump the Flower of Scotland singing and go back to God Save the King, Scotland's actual national anthem. Dinky-Doo, Glenda from Blackburn, Scotty, up the Rovers. They were winning at Preston last night. Good time had by the faithful. Glenn, we love you in Blackburn. Blackburn, I tell you, in Lancashire. There are Richards, like the live, get sharing, get following, guys. 1,200 likes. Let's break the record. 41,000 is the record. No, Scotty, that won't go down well. Well, Amy, I think it will, because it's on its way out anyway. It's a bit of an embarrassment because it doesn't reflect modern Scotland. And God Save the King does, even although we've been saying God Save the King for 275 years. There's not a verse that was dropped from God Save the King. Well, Ian, it was never sung as far as I know, but we only sing one verse. So that's the thing. Is log throwing still a sport? I don't know. Haven't thrown any logs. I've got the tapping machine, Scotty. 1,600 likes, guys. Castle Milk here. Can you sing a song? Of course I can. Remember Bannockburn? Yes, it was 711 years ago, so that won't pay your rent or your electricity bill. So there we go. So I tell you, God save the king. Get 100% behind the king because we want independence. Slay. No, a hashtag slay. Hashtag stay fabulous, says Emo. That is beautiful. That is Dinky-Doo. I say to every single one of you, there's Jason has just joined us. Tell us where you're watching from. Good evening, Mr. McClue, says Roy Michael from a wet Derbyshire. Yes, we've got some wonderful scenery in the UK. Mr. McClue, we're very lucky. Much respect and prayers. And to you, Roy Michael, I send you prayers. St. Anne's over Haddon, one of my favourite churches in your area. Hi, Scotty Dinky-Doo from Steve and Beryl in St. Helens. We love it, the Night Owls in St. Helens there. I'm watching from Inverclyde. We love Inverclyde. I tell you, Dinky-Doo. Guys, get following. Everybody on TikTok should follow Scottie McClue. Everybody on YouTube should subscribe. Scottie Dinky-Doo, thank you very much for that. Salon says hello. See what I just did there? Salon in Fife. Salutations, mister. Hey, pal, from a mighty Livingston. Shout out Joshy. I will Joshy. I tell you. Dinky-Doo, everybody. This is so beautiful. I tell you. Now, who have we got? Thank you, Puff Pasta. There we are. I won't mention, but I know what you mean. Do you remember me? I tell you, yes, of course we remember you, MBE. There we are. Dinky-Doo. Minion, thank you. That's very, very kind of you, but we don't discuss all that on here, you see. Bunt Island in Fife, Ken. Single mother here, says Andy. Andy, good stuff. How did you manage that? Hi from Lark Hall, says Dove. Say my name, says MBE. So there we are. Dinky-Doo, are you going to the World Cup? I tell you. Now, who's that? JW, did you ever to do? No. Shout out to James Dinky-Doo. I tell you. Scottie, what are you famous for? You've never told me. Numpty Heat, I don't know. I just know 2 billion people have heard of me. So there must be something. But we'll find out what it is, and I'll get back to you, Numpty Heat. I tell you, I'm not just an athlete, you know. Remember me? Yes, absolutely, MBE. But let's not go into all that because we're international on here. So there we go. Pilots, Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Hello, sir. I visited Glasgow. Truly enjoyed your country. Richard, where are you? Love it. Thank you very much. There we are. Minion, Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Ratcatcher says, be a Scotsman. Well, I don't think you'll get much more of a Scotsman than Scottie McClue. So there you are. Scottie was a famous actor. So there you go. There you are, Amy. I tell you. Overhaddon's a wonderful place in Derbyshire, Mr. McClue, and Chatsworth House. Yes, I know it very, very well. I remember Andrew and Debo. So there you are. East Kilbride, Dinky-Doo man here. We love East Kilbride. We need your help, Scottie. Absolutely. I tell you. Rory, Dinky-Doo, fantastic. Hi, Faye, Chesterfield, says Mr. C. Hi, Susan, Dinky-Doo. Hi, Scottie. Sorry I'm late, Susan. You're fine. We haven't done the register, so you're very, very welcome. There we are. I tell you, Emo's just joined us, and there we go. When's the radio show? We think probably we're aiming for the 1st of December. How do you feel about 4-2? Well, I was delighted. Delighted. But we need to stop that Flower of Scotland stuff at the start. It's becoming an embarrassment. So there we are. My name's not Ian. It was nearly Angus. How amazing. Ian. There we are. Fantastic. From Angus. Yes, from the county of Angus in Scotland. We love all that. How amazing is this? There we go. Hi, Janet. Absolutely, says Susan. Now, what's your favourite place in Scotland? Oh, JW. That's a bit of a tough one, that, I tell you. My favourite place in Scotland. Oh, my goodness. I have so many. All of Scotland is my favourite. There we go. Fantastic. It's a bit more light for you. I can tell you. All right, mate. Bailey, obviously, we're not going to discuss that in an international show. So there you have it. The Isle of Skye. I've just come down from the Isle of Skye. Who can name places on Skye? Let's see what we've got. We've got the Sound of Sleat. Is that not Skye? We've got Kylaken. That's Skye, isn't it? I can tell you. We've got Isle Ornsay. That's Skye. How many watched the Scotland game the other night? Well, I don't know. There'd be quite an audience for the telly, I would think. But at a big live game, you've got about 60, 70,000. The same as look at maybe one of Scottie McClue's TikToks. There we are. I don't think they'll change Flower of Scotland. It's too popular now, says Janet. Janet, it's not really popular when you think about it. They've mucked it about. It should be sung quietly. Callanish, the Callanish stones in Skye. I tell you. What else have we got? Portree. Who didn't mention Portree? There we are, in Skye. My house stinks of fish, says Professor Numpty Head. Yes. Have you got a cat, Numpty Head? There we go. Dinky-Doo. I don't do high dusting anymore. Do you think I should still do it? Oh, Val, you must do your high dusting, dear. Are you still doing your man's tea? There we are. Football fans don't sing quietly. Well, they need to learn to, Janet. And they're shouting. What is it they shout? And sent him, sent who? All that stuff. None of that's in the song. So there we go, I say to you. Now, who have we got here? Who's got the best national anthem? Scotland. God Save the King. That's the Scottish national anthem for 275 years. Big G says, I loved you on ITV News many years ago. You're very kind. That is a long time ago, actually. So they need to learn quietly to sing God Save the King. Or they could sing God Save the King loudly. That wouldn't be a problem. Fred Elliott says, and right. Fred Elliott. Ali says, Scott FM. Well, there's a new radio station starting for Scottie McClue. There we are. DJ Graham, lovely to have you with us. Bow to the King of England. You never need to bow. And it's not the King of England, it's the King of Scotland. Because Scotland took over the English crown. So let's salute our King. I tell you, Q96, can I make a point? Ali, of course you can. That's the whole purpose of the show, that you can make a point. Mr. McClue, I visited King Yusi a while back, a wonderful place. Roy Michael, very nice up there. Yes, and Avi Moore, did you get to Avi Moore? Did you get to, what's the other one up? Newton Moore? Did you get there? Dinky-Doo, order, point of order, point of order. Yes, come along. Let's hear you. I'm a royalist, Scottie, for sure, but what about the bonny banks of Loch Lomond? To follow God Save the King. Now, Glenda, you're talking sense. Unlike the 70,000 that have come on my TikTok. So there you go. I love you. You're the best, says Wemo. Wemo Dinky-Doo. He's not our king. Allowing this to happen to our country. Listen, Ding Dong King. You're going to lose his independence again talking like that. He's our king. Right now, even if you didn't like the incumbent, you've got to respect the office of the crown. Oh, dearie, dearie me. I'll tell you, see, working with you lot, we'll never get independence with, I'm not my king. All that rubbish. And without any information or education. If you turn to McClue, I will educate you. I will give you the information. And I will explain it all to you. And then you can, get your independence. What's going to be the anthem as Scotland go independent? God Save the King. Yeah, won't change. You see, going independent's nothing to do with the crown. Going independent is to do with Parliament. It's political. It shouldn't be. It should actually be economically. I would like Scotland to be independent, stop giving its money away to Westminster. 90 billion we gave Westminster last year. 90 billion. Tut. They do give us a bit of pocket money back. But see, when you see the mainstream media telling you that Scotland's getting more money, that's just a wee bit more of our own money back. It's like your parents having something in trust and saying they're giving you money, Mr. McClue, we visited Avi Moore, the Whiskey Centre and the railway. Oh, the railway. Did you get a ticket to Boat of Garton? I travelled in the railway many years ago. It's so lovely. The steam railway. So there we go. So he's definitely our king. Dingo Dongo. Kings from Paisley, absolutely. Do you remember King's Oddfellows? Stop! I'm missing them now. I can still taste. Lovely, 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 lovely. Anybody know what they were? Oddfellows. So, Glenda from Blackburn in Lancashire. You're absolutely right. Loch Lomond. And then following God Save the King. So all the Scotland matches should start with belting out God Save the King. Then we could look at maybe Loch Lomond, because I think the Flower of Scotland's getting a bit frilly around the edges, and it's got kind of it sounds a bit hooligan now, people shouting and bawling it. You don't shout and bawl like that. It's an embarrassment to your country. That's why, as I say, if we make it to America for the World Cup, we should ban it. Ban it. There we are. I knew folk that worked in the King Sweetie factory in Wishaw a long time ago. Shut down 1989. Amy, you're absolutely right. Yes, Wishaw King Sweets, lovely. They had a cellophane bag and a blue label. And then they had the pink and yellow and blue Oddfellows that were, I can still taste them. The anthem can't go on for too long. It'll stop game time. Well, Janet, maybe we should just a quick chorus of God Save the King. And then maybe during the half time, we sing a few Scottish songs. And maybe do, what about Auld Lang Syne? That would be quite nice as well. So there we are. Now, who else have we got here? I tell you, who have we got here? Hello, Dinky-Doo. Keep your hand on your hip, Mrs. Andy. Absolutely. Currency lost its independence in 2014. No, I think it was the anti-monarchists. The currency's fine. The pound Scots, pound sterling, anything you like. So there we are. Would not be a problem. Thank you, M. Aye, you tell them, Scotty. I'm telling them, Big G. We've had enough of their carry on, and they're that cheeky to me when I explain stuff. They go, that's your opinion. I say, no, that's a fact. There we are. Scotland will never get independence. Why not, Dingo King? Why not? What's in the road? If we get everybody to back the crown, 100%, my king, hashtag my king, everyone, then they can't get us. They can't say, well, what about the crown? We're not letting that go, you see? But of course, we've still got the dafties. You've still got to explain and explain and explain and explain until eventually they go, oh, I see what you mean. Oh, right. That is a good idea. So there you are. Absolutely. No, you don't want to lose too much time singing. But I think we start off with God Save the King. And it puts us back on the respectable thing rather than a bunch of hooligans shouting and bawling. You know what I mean? There's a great old-fashioned sweetie shop in Berwick that does Oddfellows. I got some for my mum back in the summer. Oh, Amy, is that not just amazing? It's sad in Canada they chant Not My King. Well, they're very silly, Janet. The Canadians are going to have to recover big style. You're very lucky you've got Mr. Trump there keeping an eye on things. You know, he's just keeping a wee eye over the border and saying, what kind of nonsense you're all being fed in Canada. No, it's very much your king. Somebody's saying Canada's not what it was. That I find very sad, because a lot of people emigrated from Scotland to Canada, you know, the new life. Scotty, pleasure to see you again. Best wishes from Darren in St. Ives in Cornwall. Darren, I know St. Ives so well. One of my happiest memories ever was standing at a bar in St. Ives with my back to the sea, which was just yards away. It was just lovely. I do like Trump, so Janet. I think everyone likes Trump. They might not admit it, but anybody that's put up with what that poor man's had to put up with gets my vote every time. Wonderful. I tell you. The royal family pull in millions every year for the country. They certainly did. I think it was 22 billion last year. Stay fabulous. Absolutely, M. Now, who have we got here? A very good evening to you, Scottie McClue. Dodsey. A very good evening to you, lad. Dodsey from the Isle of Man. Dodsey from the Isle of Man. And Dodsey, I just want to thank you for all your kindness and generosity to me over the piece, popping stuff in all the time. So good evening to you, I tell you, Dodsey. What's your religion, says Mark. My religion, Mark, is Christian, yes, and universal. So there you are. Christian and universal. You see, the word Catholic means universal. Did you know that? I tell you, Nova Scotia has a lot of Scottish people. Well, Janet, New Scotland, Nova Scotia. You can't beat it. Guys, onto the telephones, if you like, so we can have you on the telephones. You say you want Scotland to be independent, but your comment saying Scotland's national anthem, God Save the King. Yes. What's the problem with that? We're independent under the crown. That doesn't change. You know, independence is political. I'm in a tent in Scotland watching you from Glencoe. Andy, I know Glencoe very well. The King's House. There we are. What's your favourite song? God bless your favourite Christmas song. So many. So many. I'll tell you a beauty. And it's played to the tune, what's it called? Over in Yorkshire. Yes. It'll come back to me. It's a Yorkshire place name. Guys, I've got 8,000 likes. If everybody keeps going tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, then we are laughing. Somebody look up Christians Awake, Salute the Happy Morn. Helmsley. 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 Can I play it on the Moothy? I don't know. I've got the Moothy here somewhere. We did it first class carriage. I tell you, Big G. There we go. Beautiful. He's talking about the Speyside Railway. Has anybody else been on the Speyside Railway? Tell 10 to tell 10. Guys, get sharing. Everybody on TikTok and YouTube should be watching now. But there is a catch-up for them. The whole of the UK should be rich. Everyone in the UK should be rich. Ian, absolutely. We need to stop the robbing that's going on. That's why Scotland should be independent. But you need honest people in charge of everything. There we are, everywhere. Whether it's this country, that country, the next country, let's get some honest people in who are not stuffing their pockets. There we go. All that stuff. Best Christmas song for me, I Wish I Could Fly, by Keith Harrison Orville. Oh, lovely. Followed when I was a child. Followed by When a Child is Born, Johnny Mathis. Oh, Glenn, what a fantastic choice in music you've got. 8,400 likes. We need another 32,000. Should be God Save the King. Absolutely, Scotty. All the way. That's our national anthem. 275 years. Flower of Scotland wasn't written till 1967, based on the chorus of the Hebrew slaves from the opera Nabucco. Odd fellows in Wishy. Hi, Scotty, how are you? Mark says, where are you from? I'm from Scotland, Mark. I think Scots Were Here should be played instead of God Save the King, to be fair, mate. No, but Scots the Hay is not our national anthem. God Save the King is. That's the fact. That's all I'm saying. Giving you the facts. Plus, Scots the Hay is a real dirge. Oh, wahoo, we Wallace bled. They're not going to sing that, and there's no mention of God Save the King in it. There we are. Someone phone in, says Janet. You phone in, Janet. You've got the number. Guys, if you want to phone Scottie McClue, then the telephone number, are we ready? 0333 335 6709. 0333, I should say, 335 6709. There we are. That's one. The other one's 0141 628 9795. Give me a call and we can chat. Boat of Garton, a wonderful place, Mr. McClue. Oh, yes. Lovely up there. Hello, Scottie. I used to phone you back in the days, says Hawkeye, when you were on the old Scott FM and Q96. You're still some man. You're very kind. We're going back on the radio soon, so you'll be able to listen in and give me a call. Scotland or England, where's the radio station? Or do you mean, what are you talking about, Mark? So there are no Scots were he would depress us all. God Save the King's your winner. I never did like Flower of Scotland, even when they wrote it. Sorry, folks. Ian, you never need to be sorry. It's not, it's a remarkable folk song, but it's not something I would really go for. You know what I'm saying? My crystal ball, this is Numpty Heed, guys. My crystal ball can see the past. It's just shown me last week's lottery numbers. Numpty Heed, you're some man gazing into the past like that. Heaven knows what you'll find. Lit Night Runny. What's that one? Jay Sutty, I don't know what you mean by that. Very interesting. Guys, get following. Flower of Scotland, I tell you. Very good evening to you, Scottie McClue. There was a once-in-a-lifetime vote. I can't see there being another referendum. Hayden, we can have many referendums. There was no once-in-a-lifetime. Nobody actually said that. That's just a lot of rubbish because Westminster are putting out that they don't want to lose Scotland. And I can see why. We're a cash cow. We gave them 90 billion pounds. Why would you want to lose that? But I want that money back in Scotland to keep all the grannies warm and the grandpas. Numpty Heed can phone in. Oh, Numpty Heed will phone in, don't you worry. In his own time, it takes a wee while nowadays just to get something that rattles his cage. We need Scotland to stay Scotland. Well, it will stay Scotland. Scotland's British. I had one or two half-wits on telling me that, Scottie, did you try the pies? Of course, Jay. Absolutely. I had one or two dafties on telling me that, they were Scottish, not British. It's ridiculous. It really is. You can't not be British. Don't argue with Scottie because he knows. Big G, I just like giving them the facts. There's It's Me. I love your streams. Keep it up. Hello, Phil Largs says, Did you know, or Dad you know? So there we are. Have you ever put a boiled egg in? I don't know what you mean by that, Sean. I like Trump's assessment on Nicola. I just like Trump. I think he's amazing. Yes, I despise them. I don't like the Flower of Scotland as a song. No one, but we're going to dump it because it's, it's kind of a bit hooligan now. It paints Scotland in a poor light. I can tell you. Thank you, M.A. Who have we got? I've not. Oh, yes, absolutely. Guys, don't M/A, don't spam or we have to ban you. So there we go. I tell you. Who we got here? Stay fabulous. Scots Wahey's a better choice. Scots Wahey's we'd all be greeting, floating the Scots, all in blade. We'd make more of a fool of ourselves than we do with Flower of Scotland. Let's sing God Save the King, and that's it. I tell you. No Tups for Hay tonight. Well, maybe he's out with Mrs. Tups for Hay. He's maybe gone on the lash. I used to listen to Mr. McClue in the wireless from Sheffield. I think most nights wonderful memories from the past. Used to get some crackpots phoning up. We did, Roy Michael. Sheffield. Sheffield, you know, Drunfield and Chesterfield and Barnsley. Aye. That's it. We loved it. Tups for Hay is funny when he calls in. Very clever man, Tups. Good evening, Scottie from Cumbernauld. What's it called? Cumbernauld. We love it. I tell you. Evening, Scottie from Stevie and Sophia. Stevie, what a lovely thing to say. Good evening to you and Sophia, Stevie. Evening, Scottie. So you are Catholic, but support those who have only oppressed. The truth of Christ's message true. What are you talking about? Everyone who's Christian is Catholic. Yes? Everyone who's Christian is Catholic. There we have it. So now you know. And we're not oppressed at all. Free speech. Come on, Scottie McClue, where's the oppression? Stay fabulous, Dinky-Doo. Drew, mate, are you unable to read? Speyside Railways are fantastic, especially the soup, sandwiches, and wine. Big G, you're getting spoiled. Guys, can we start sharing properly? I've got 9,900 likes. I need another 31,000. Capisce, as we say in Italy. There we go. I am Team Jesus, says Janet. Janet, absolutely. Somebody said the other night, Christ is king. I said, no, Charles is king. Christ is King of Kings. Yes. Scottie, please tell me you're planning to do a Hogmanay special on YouTube. I know you can't play the music like you used to on the old radio shows because of copyrights. Okay, that's the thing. But do you know what's so humbling is that when I used to play the music, people loved all the Jimmy Shand. And then, of course, nowadays on YouTube, they're copyright crazy. They panic, they block you. And, it's a nightmare. It's a minefield. So what has humbled me is that the people don't care about the music. As long as you can hear Scottie McClue for Hogmanay on his 34th Hogmanay Bash. Or is it 33rd? Can't mind now. Stop! There's only one king, and that's Elvis. Yeah, but Elvis has passed on now. We've got a live king. Yes, I tell you. There we are. And of course, Jesus dwells among us in his risen power. So we've got the King of Kings. So we are laughing, guys. So we can dump a blood of Scotland against her. What an embarrassment. Oh, there we are. That's what I thought the other night. I thought, oh, please don't. For goodness sake, sing God Save the King and save Scotland from this embarrassment. There we are. So I'll tell you, Elvis, yes, that's what it's all about. I was telling them on this morning's live, I was obsessed with the hokey cokey. So I went to the doctor. I said, I can't stop doing the hokey cokey. He said, I'm going to book you into a clinic. So I put myself in and I took myself out and I've turned myself around. And that's what it's all about. You see? Hokey cokey. In the 1990 World Cup, Scotland's anthem was God Save the Queen. Well, Glenn, it would be because we had a queen, but she passed away in 2022, I think now. Gosh. So the Queen's been away 3 years. Is that right? Heavens. Heavens. Am I right? Have I got that? The Queen passed away September the 8th, 2022. Doctor, I feel like Tom Jones. He said, that's not unusual. I went into the doctor. He said, can you stand over at the window and stick your tongue out as far as it'll go? I said, what's this for, doctor? He said, I don't like that woman across the road. Was not Flower of Scotland was the point I am trying to make. Yeah, Flower of Scotland's passé. We need to chuck it now. Because as I say, it's reflecting badly on Scotland. You know, that's the problem I say to you. Who else have we got here? Good thing I wasn't talking to you, says Drew. Absolutely, Drew. Good evening from Cumbernauld. Good evening, Scottie from Cumbernauld. God save the Queen. Charles isn't my king. Charles is everyone's king. If Charles isn't your king, then move out of Britain. There we are. Kenneth says it should be Big Banana Feet. Well, I wondered, even Pop Goes the Weasel would be better than Flower of Scotland. You know, so we all go, they go, ladies and gentlemen, pray silence for the Scottish national anthem. Half a pound of tuppenny rice, half a pound of treacle. That's the way the money goes. Where does the money go? Pop goes the weasel. That's the level a lot of Scots are at football matches. I can hear it now. So get them singing. Get a proper orchestra. God save our gracious King. You know, I was playing chess. All right, got you, Amy. No, I'll not tell that one as video. Although I once had dinner with a world chess champion, and it was a black and white checked tablecloth, and it took him an hour to pass me the salt. I tell you, feel free to move. Absolutely, yes, they can all feel free to move. Good for you. Who said that? Wise man. Yes, Gaz, get them out. I tell you, get rid of the not my kingers. If you perfectly copy a bowl of soup, is the copy the same soup or a completely new one? Leave that with me. I shall have to have a think. Laughing here, says Janet. There we go. Good one, Janet. Good evening, Scottie from Cumbernauld. Do you wear the hat when you make whoopee? Well, I don't make whoopie. Yes, I don't make whoopie. But I have heard that Scotch pies are very expensive in the Caribbean. And I presume it's to do with the pie rates of the Caribbean. You see, that's what we're saying here. Now, no any dad jokes? Well, I was telling one this week. A battery was dancing in the middle of Glasgow on the street, and a policeman went up to, a police, as we call them. Policeman went up and said, what do you think you're doing, battery? And he said, I'm just getting rid of some excess energy. He went, oh, okay, I'll not charge you. See what I just did there? Fantastic. Now, who else have we got here? Oh, I used to be a stand-up comedian until I was asked to sit down. Matthew, 0333 335. So you're missing out a 3, 6709. So there we go. Where is your missus? She's downstairs. She's making tablet. Darling, they're wanting to know where you are. Yes, all right. I can't tell them that. She's terrible, you know. We've given Johnson the night off, Johnson the butler. He used to come and bring us tea halfway through the show. There we are. There's Elliot. When are you going to admit to these people that we're long lost brothers? Well, oh, amazing. There's M66. M66, why are you talking about some historic thing that's long gone? I tell you, 100 years ago. Who else we got? Don't argue with Scotty because he knows. OMG, you still here? I remember the radio shows. And yes, radio shows are coming back. Scotty, what will replace the monarchy? As it's only a matter of time. More monarchy, same as always has in the last 2,500 years. So there you are. So when the monarch dies, another one takes over. Charles isn't the King of Scots. Yes, he is. He is the King of Scots. And he's the head of state. See, what you're not understanding, because you're very shaky in your knowledge, you don't realize that the crown is Scottish and took over the English crown. So you've got one crown, one king, one national anthem. All right? So all this, Charles isn't the King of Scots. You haven't even looked into this at all. So there we are. So what will replace the monarchy, Marky G, is another king, the monarchy. The monarchy will replace the monarchy because the monarchy are really the curators and custodians of the crown. And the crown is perennial. All right, perennial. Look that one up. That will keep you out of mischief. I tell you. Good evening, Scotty. Hello, Angela. Dinky-Doo, Angela. Angela, I wonder, why do you keep your handle like that? I want you to be well. Did you see me talking about the patches earlier? Yes. So there we have it. Do you know any dad jokes? I only know dad jokes. Glad you sent Grandad. Good evening, Scotty. Good evening, Dinky-Doo. Do you know my ma? I might do, Connor. Yes, indeed. Can you say hello to Patrick, please? He loves watching your live. I will make. There we are. Fur Park pies are fabulous. Do you know how much the refugees get in our tax? I do, Cloudy Rain. It would blow you away. Welcome to your gory bed. I know. Why would you sing that? Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like all the Scottish people to make themselves very, very sad by singing Scots Were Hey. Scots were hey, we always bled. Scots when bruised as often led. Welcome to your gory bed, chains and slavery. Lovely, thank you, the Scots. That was so jolly. Yes, we'll give you the clap. There we are. So you're English. No, I'm 100% Scottish, guys. Why did you think I was English? There we are. We just, when we refused independence, I don't believe in the song Flower of Scotland. No, it's embarrassing, Jimmy. You know, it's becoming an embarrassment. But that's the way people are singing it. I tell you. Scott, how many boat people do you have north of the border? I think maybe none. Yes, we don't go in for the boat people north of the border. Jesus Christ, Crivens, my baw. There we are. Is it the Bruins or Ur Willie this year? Why do they take it in turns? Scotty, you've just popped up on my FYP. I'm loving it. Says Southern Jock. Dinky-Doo, Southern Jock. Guys, get sharing. Come on. General share. General sup. Look. A lady gave me this. Oh, that's that's lovely. I tell you, which Scottish singer band should sing a World Cup song? Now, that's an interesting one, Amy. Yes, yes. I wonder if we could get the World Cup song. Well, I hope it's not. Flower of Scotland's the Scottish national anthem, says Aidan. Nonsense, Aidan. Nonsense. Never has been the national anthem. Never ever will be the national anthem. The national anthem for Scotland is God Save the King. There we are. Flower of Scotland forever. No, Reese, forget that. That's finished. That's had its day. That's cheery bye. Cheery bye to Flower of Scotland and hello to God Save the King again. So there we go. I've dreamt about riding a horse all week, says Big J. That's 7 nights on the trot. I love it. Fantastic. Amy says, right, Amy, yes, that would be a very good choice. I tell you. We can't chuck it, mate. We're chucking it. DINKY-DOO, Mr. McClue. Shout out to the UK. There we are. Paul DINKY-DOO, we are awful tonight, says Reese. I've just got my clan crest on my chest and a thistle on my ankle tattooed. I wonder. Good evening, young man. I hope you're good and your family. Woody, how lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. Guys, I've got 12,500 likes. Now, we've only got about 10 minutes. So if you're feeling, you know, a bit athletic with the old fingers there, tap, tap, tappity, tap, because we need 41,000 to beat that. God couldn't save the Queen. What do you mean, Aidan, God couldn't save the Queen? He saved her for almost 98 years. How long were you expecting him to save her for? Are you actually pointing the finger at God for being a couple of years short of 100? What are you talking about? And he saved the king. The king was 77 last week. Honestly, you people. Hello, chat. Don't forget to hit the button and ring the bell for Scottie. He's a living legend, even before some of you were born. Hawkeye, you're very, very kind. Yes, Scottie J. Charles is Scottish. What good has that done? Well, I'd rather he was Scottish than not Scottish. So it's done a lot of good in my eyes. Charles is not the King of Scots. Of course he is. Don't be silly. Listen, Charles, right, here it is in a nutshell. The monarchy 2,350 years ago came over from Ireland. So it's Celtic. It's the Celtic monarchy, right? So take note, Celtic. And then we wanted to elect our own monarchy rather than His Holiness the Pope electing it from Rome. So we wrote to the Pope and we elected Robert the Bruce, who was crowned in 1306, and this was 1320. So we kept Bruce. Phone! Hello, you're live on Scottie. Or they've bottled it. They've bottled it. They've panicked. So there we are. I tell you. Hey, what were we talking about? Oh, yes. So once we'd elected our king, so the king is elected. All right. So you silly ones that go, no, elected, unelected. He's been elected, right? What's not elected is the likes of Europe. The big people in Europe, they're not elected. So there we are. So we wrote to the Pope and we said, can we choose our king? And Charles is an heir and successor of Robert the Bruce, the good guy that won in Flower of Scotland. So we need to make sure we look after Charles as our king and our head of state. Yes, our sovereign lord. That's Charles for you. Scottie, I need some of what you're on. Oh, Brandon, you don't want to I'll give you a sipper. Mm, lovely. You'd love what I'm on. Paul, we'll do what we always do. Come back from the winter break and hit the farm every year. Check the history. Right, here we go, guys. You're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? Hello? Son took over the English crown. So it's our crown. I don't see Charles as my king, and I'm Scottish. Yeah, well, that's because withheld, so we'll just decline that. I don't think we'll bother, in case it's another dafty. They were wasting a huge opportunity. That guy had the chance to phone Scottie McClue, and all he could do was shout and bawl down the phone. That's what's going on in his head. Yes, indeed. That's what a very low IQ looks like. Did you get Kareem's message? Says F document. Just a second. What have we got here? We'll just dump that. There we are. Fantastic stuff. That's what we shall do with that, guys. Now, right, where did I get to? Kareem's message? No, I haven't got Kareem's message. I tell you. So, start seeing Charles as your King Reese. We won't throw you out yet. Just started, says 10 Story. You've just joined us. Welcome. I tell you, hello there, brilliant, says Matt. Hello, Slamanen. Do you know, you'll not believe this, but I love Slamanen. And I remember visiting a friend in Slamanen. He overlooked a loch. Is that right? So there you are. He overlooked a loch in Slamanen. British people are so fantastic. Of course they are. Good evening, Scotty. I tell you, good evening to you, brilliant man, the best talking man in the Dinky-Doo world. I thank you very much, Sean. With respect, you need to speed up, says Jay Hamilton. With respect, Jay, I think we've sped up. So there we go. I tell you, good evening, Scotty. Guys, remember to send me once. Have you heard of the Who's Who books? Yes, we have them just behind us, as you very well know. Is my background Scottish? It's the Kerr clan. Yes, Jimmy, very much Scottish. So there you go. Whether you care or not. Now, there we have it. Dinky-Doo, Scotty. God save the king, says Pepe. So there we have it. Aidan, I think we'll ban you for complaining. No, we won't. We'll mute you, in fairness. There we are. That's him. He's muted. You're the best. I thank you very much. Dinky-Doo. Do we want this call, guys? Have we got time? No, I don't think we've got time. There we are. I don't think we've got the time, I tell you. Scotty, how long are you staying on for tonight? We've got to go in about 4 minutes, sadly. So there you are. Bit of a shame, I tell you. Now, who else have we got here? Somebody's desperate to get through here. What's going on? Hello, you're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
It's me, myself, and I, Scotty, the three wise
numpty. Where have you been? You let a half-wit on.
Have you broke the phones again?
Aye, you let a half-wit on earlier. You should have come on instead of the half-wit.
Well, I tell you, someone had written your number on the toilet. What, Scotty?
Aye, it was you.
No, it wasn't. Somebody else.
You're the only one that goes into the toilet with a big felt tip pen.
Anyway, Scotty, you can there's football on the night, Scotty.
Oh, is that why we're mobbed? Anytime there's football, they all come and watch McClue. Do you think there's maybe too much?
That's twice in 2 weeks, Scotty, there's been football on.
Gringo says he's partial to full wits. So he's welcome on here.
I think you should get your aim back. You should go on at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon and see how the football likes it.
Well, I was on this morning, I'll tell you.
At 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
No, I was on this morning about, I can't mind, about 9:30, I think.
Oh, well, there you are. Now, Scotty, I've got a bit of advice for you, Scotty.
Go on, son.
Scotty.
Go on.
Right, now, you know how you can win these fantastic cruises on the lorry?
Aye, I've seen it, aye.
They're always by a cliff edge.
I've seen it.
Cliffs, Scotty, are not a road.
There's always a wee bit, just the cliff just falling down.
But the thing is, Scotty, when you win that house, right, you're actually winning debt, because that house, the council tax will be through the roof. The insurance will be sky high.
Listen, as my father used to say, when I used to tell my father I knew millionaires, he would say, you can only wear one suit.
Aye, a clean suit.
A clean suit.
Anyway.
Lovely to hear you.
So if you ever win that house, Scotty, turn it down and ask for your pound back.
No, I think if I win the house, I'll give it to you.
That's a good idea. Make sure it's got a swimming pool.
You could do with a wee bit extra debt, could you know?
Aye. Now listen, Scotty, I've got a wee bit news. A wee bit news for you, Scotty.
Good news?
Well, no. I went and left my bag up at the park. I was out with the dog and the rain started. And I sat down, I put the bag down under the chair.
Okay.
But with the rain coming on, Scotty, I had to do a runner with the dog.
Of course.
And I went and left my bag. So I put on social media, I've left my bag up the park. Anybody comes across it can put into the lost property and that. But here it turns out, Scotty, nobody handed it in. And when I went back the following day, it was away.
It's such a shame that. Wait till I cheer you up the way another wee story that happened to me. I went to the cash machine and took out a tenner.
Aye.
And then I was busy, absent-minded. And I walked away from the machine and left the tenner. I forgot to take the tenner. And a boy next in the queue shouts me back, goes, you never got your money, look.
There you go. But
What?
listen, the thing is, Scotty, I'm not so worried about the contents of the bag. That can be replaced.
Of course.
It was just the dog's mess, you know. So
Oh, stop. I love you. We've got to go night. That's us, folks. We're out of time. Dinky-Doo. We have to go.